So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the Manchester United career mode. And we are kicking off this episode with a home game against West Ham in the Capital One Cup, and it is actually going to be quite a difficult game. And as you see there, I do actually have one of my strongest sides out, but Young here plays a lovely ball to Van Persie. Van Persie does very well to try and skip past Collins, but unfortunately their right back comes in and depossesses the ball. But Kagawa gets the ball, uses his amazing acceleration, gets past one, shoots with his left foot into the back of the net, and it turned out to be a brilliant start to the game. 8 minutes had gone and we had gone and scored, which was some great goal, and we were very delighted about that, that we had managed to get a early goal in the game. But West Ham did come back. They had a very good shot, but a wonderful save from De Gea, and as you see there, the West Ham player did actually get in the way of his teammate, which denied them from getting the open goal. But Van Persie, a wonderful run and a wonderful shot. 14 minutes, Van Persie had got one, and we were now 2-0 up in the Capital One Cup. And we couldn't have written the storyline any better, even if we wanted to, because it was such an amazing goal. As you see there, he's got past one with the fake shot, uses speed, and then just shows that he hasn't really got a weak foot, with his right foot blasting that in. Valencia here cuts back inside. Valencia there has another good shot, and once again we scored again, and we were now 3-0 up in the Capital One Cup. And well, just couldn't really get any better, to be honest. We were just cruising past West Ham. I didn't think we was going to, because West Ham was such a good side, especially in the Capital One Cup. But here Van Persie, not long after we had just scored, goes through, has another shot, and it was in the back of the net once again. So 34 minutes had gone and we were now 4-0 up. That's right, 4-0 up. And Van Persie had got 2, Valencia had got 1, and Kagawa had got 1. And because of us going 4-0 up, we decided we had to make some substitutions, because, well, it's just not worth risking the injuries and that. So we decided Sergio Aguero was going to come off for Luis Muriel. And we also decided to bring Zaha on for Valencia. What's it? Yeah, Valencia. I'm trying to think of his first. Antonio Valencia, that's it. And that was actually half time. We made them substitutions. So we were going to see if our see if our new substitutions could keep the game running and maybe add to the scoreline in the second half. I'm not too bothered if they don't add to it, but what I am bothered about is that they don't start conceding goals. But I shouldn't see that they should do, because of, well, I haven't really changed the defence, so I wouldn't have thought they would. But actually, that was the end of the game, and we ended up winning 4-0. And I just dropped the pen somewhere, and we ended up winning 4-0. And well, it's very good. But the transfer deadline did actually end there, and so that means we cannot get any more players brought into the club now. And because we can't get any more players brought into the club, well, that's it really. This is going to be my side for this season, or for half the season, because I don't think I'm going to be changing it that much anyway. Also, the speculation from the media is, are we going to be able to cope without Wayne Rooney? But I believe we can, because we've got Sergio Aguero up front. But we had a very difficult game here in the Champions Cup. Our opening group game in the Champions Cup was against PSG, and what a side they have got. But Aguero here showing his really good skill there and blasting it into the back of the net in the 7th minute. Just as I was talking about Rooney, we've got Sergio Aguero, and Sergio Aguero is not going to be stepping down at all because of the player he is, and just the amazing shot power and the amazing sprints, well, not sprint speed, but acceleration he's got is very good. We decided to bring Lucas on after 7 minutes because I forgot to, and I also brought Jack Wilshere on, so because of that I actually wasted 2 substitutes, which wasn't the best scenario. But straight after kick-off, as you know, I'm very vulnerable on as soon as I score. Lavezzi comes out, uses some very good skill, goes on an amazing run, the keeper makes a good save. We do then manage to get the ball clear, and that was clear for us to go on the counter-attack and go and have a good shot. But there, Sigaru made a reasonably good save to deny us there. I believe that could have been a penalty because it was a little bit rushed, but Nani here gets a goal against us, and I wasn't very happy about that. Nani getting it, and then he goes and celebrates in front of my own crowd. I was getting very pissed off, to be honest, because normally when I score against my old club, I don't really like to celebrate, just in respect for them. But Nani obviously didn't have that in mind at all, and then he goes and scores again. It was just getting worse and worse. Nani gets 2 goals, and Nani used to play for us. And Nani was through once again, has a good shot, but we got fouled by Miguel Veloso, and the penalty. Thankfully, Nani didn't actually step up to take it, otherwise it would have been his hat-trick if he stood up to take it. It was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but it didn't really matter because he ended up converting it into the back of the net. So, well, it just wasn't very good, to be honest. But Young here shows how good his left foot is and right foot, and blasts one into the top corner there in the 90th minute. But unfortunately, it was actually too late for us to do anything, and we wasn't going to be really progressing anymore in this game. Obviously, hopefully we need to try and beat PSG at their ground, and to stand a chance of going through the group stages. But I don't actually know who our group is. I know PSG are in it, but obviously I don't know the other 2. Is it 2 or 3? I don't know if the groups are 4 or 5. I think they're 4, or it could be 5 as well. But we've made some substitutions. Antonio Valencia come off for Lucas, and Jack Wilshere also come on for Shinji Kagawa. And Rio Ferdinand also got the chance to play in this match. But Rio Ferdinand, I don't really know about him because he's a good solid defender, but he's quite slow, and because of that, the defenders just run rings around him, and he's not very good at changing the speed very quickly. But we did start off, or end this episode, as I should say, against Wigan, and Lucas here with some lovely ball skill, has a very good shot, but I thought that nearly went in, but it just clipped the outside of the post, and it went out wide for a goal kick here. And that was in the 8th minute. But here in the 43rd minute, Lucas again, using his very good skills, cuts back inside, does very unlucky there, but cuts back inside once again on his right foot and blasts it into the back of the net. 45 minutes have gone, and Lucas had got his deservedly goal because he was playing like a star in this match. He was absolutely incredible. His speed, his skill, he's just one of those players that I love to play with. So the likes of Jack Wilshere. But here, Aguero, once again, showing his skill, right-footed, but a wonderful save from El Habsi there to deny Sergio Aguero from getting a wonder goal to put us 2-0 up. But Hummels there still finishes it off by getting the goal from the corner. So even though El Habsi did make that amazing save, it didn't really make any difference because we still went and scored a wonderful goal from the header. And I believe that's Matt Hummels' first goal for the club, and he celebrated it quite well, which I was happy to see. But a wonderful ball here through to Ashley Young. Could he score in the 90th minute? He plays the ball to Zaha, and Zaha ends up putting it into the back of the net, which I was happy that Zaha got the goal because that was his first goal for the club. And I just think it's important to try and bring up the youngsters in this club, especially the likes of Zaha, because he's a brilliant player that we could bring on as a substitute. And as you know, I did actually call him back from loan because he's such a good player, and I wanted him to be playing at the club. Even though it cost me money to bring him back, I wasn't too bothered, to be honest. But actually the game did actually finish 3-0 to Man United, which we're happy about. But we are now coming to the end of this episode, so please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on whatever episode might be. Bye bye.